Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Ali Bablu. I am a graduate student from Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, Oklahoma State University. I work under the supervision of Dr. Manimala in Solid and Structural Dynamics Lab. Today, I will present my work on ballistic performance evaluation of carbon graphite foam and nanoparticle Kevlar composite using compressed air gun. This is the outline of my presentation. First, I will elaborate upon the motivation behind this study. Then I will move to the model I developed and its verification. After that, I will talk about ballistic study of carbon graphite foam and silicon nanoparticle impregnated Kevlar respectively. At last, I will draw some conclusion. We have used two compressed air gun for our study. One large bore air gun having bore size of 2.5 inches and another one is small bore air gun having bore size of 0.45 inches. You can also see the picture of high-speed camera that has been used to evaluate the projectile velocity throughout all the experiments. As this study is threefold, I'm gonna present the motivation behind this separately. The motivation behind developing a new loss compensated model is that this will give me a reasonable bound on the velocity data analyzed from high-speed camera. As for the CGF study, I look forward to analyze whether carbon graphite foam, which has great multifunctional potential, can also provide better ballistic performance or not. And SNK study is motivated by the aim to make Kevlar ballistic best lighter. In the top right corner, you can see the picture which shows the use of carbon or graphite foam in aerospace engineering applications. CGF study aims at opening new dimensions of this kind of application of carbon graphite foam. In the bottom right corner, you can see the evolution of ballistic armor. Earlier, people used leather vests, which were prone to knife attack. Then came chainmail to overcome that problem. Later, the invention of the bullet forced people to use steel armor, which was heavy. In recent times, Kevlar replaced heavy steel, but multiple layers of Kevlar makes the armor heavy again. SNK study aims at reducing the weight of Kevlar-based armor. Before talking about newly developed LCM, let me introduce you to some of the classical model that we have from the references. First one of this model is isobaric model, according to which the air pressure behind the projectile will be same even though the gas will expand. But clearly that will not be the case. That brings you the next model, that is adiabatic model, which assumes the state property of the gas behind the projectile will be uniform and not gradient. But as the gas is expanding very fast, there could be a gradient of state properties which was later considered in Lagrange's model. Lastly, expanding this idea of property gradient, Peter can consider that there will be a region of vacuum behind the moving gas. Point to be noted that none of this model considered any of the thermomechanical losses other than the friction between projectile and the barrel. By taking these thermomechanical losses into account, a loss compensated model is developed in this study. You can see the velocity of the projectile formula according to this model. Here you can also see different modes of energy loss due to energy loss that has been accounted for in this model. Here in this slide, a comparison of this described model with the newly developed LCM is presented with respect to the experimental velocity data. You can see the first three graphs is for large bore air gun and the last one is for the small bore air gun. By comparing this plot, we can conclude loss compensated model gives better agreement with the measured velocity for both small bore air gun and large bore air gun. Here I will talk about the ballistic study on carbon graphite foam. In the right side picture, you can see the carbon graphite foam and ballistic and baseline aluminum foam test article. And left side, this process has been described. As per the test method, first the sample is placed against clay witness and backface signature data on the clay witness is recorded after each of the penetration of the sample. Then BFS data is recorded for impact test on clay witness without this projectile. This BFS data is plotted against the velocity of the projectile. This relationship is used to find the velocity of the projectile in case of impact test with sample placed against clay witness. You can see the left side graph specifies this relationship. In the right side graph, the energy absorbed by the carbon graphite foam and the aluminum foam is shown. It's clear that carbon graphite foam absorbed nearly twice the energy of compared to the aluminum foam. In this slide, I will talk about the ballistic study of SNK. In order to make the test sample, first Kevlar is cut into rectangular swatches, dried and wetted. Then impregnation is done by dipping process, wetted again to ensure proper wet percentage impregnation. In the right hand side, you can see simple preparation procedure for the Kevlar sample, and in the bottom picture you can see SEM images that shows the nanosilica distribution on Kevlar. Test method is similar as CGF study. Only difference is this is the residual velocity is calculated from the high-speed camera footage, not from the BFS data. Let's take a look at the findings from SNK study. First, we'll take a look at the energy absorbed plot. From left side plot, that is energy absorbed plot, you can see the energy absorbed is increased as the level of treatment increases. In the right side plot, trend line of increase in energy absorption is outlined for different treatment level. The trend line is found to become steeper with increase in treatment level, which implies with the increase in the level of treatment, energy absorption capacity increases more rapidly. As for the mass advantage, 48% of nanosilica impregnation will give as much as 20% of mass advantage in comparison to neat Kevlar, which can be interpreted as carrying capacity of extra 32 rounds of 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO FMJ bullets. In the bottom right picture, the deformation of cast bullet used in SNK study is shown. The energy absorbed in this process was not considered in this study. From this study, lastly, the penetration profile is shown in this picture. You can see mostly only primary cross yarns at the impact center strained for knit fabric, but for the SNK, the secondary yarns is also strained. Yarn pull out is not that much in SNK fabric in comparison to the knit fabric. Following conclusion can be drawn from this study. The loss compensated model gives much better agreement with the experimental data. Carbon graphite foam has better ballistic performance compared to the conventional metallic foam. Silicon nanoparticle impregnated Kevlar increase the ballistic performance, and further investigation is underway to gain more insight into the mechanism involved in increasement of the ballistic performance of SNK. I want to gratefully acknowledge the support for this work from the Ray and Linda Boker Fellowship, and I want to thank Jack Project for his help. These are the references I have used. Thank you everyone for your time.